Today's Saturday, November 16th, 2024. This week's project is making heat shields for the actuators. The first thing we have to do is cut out some backing plates that will bolt to the actuators that we can fasten some insulation to, and we'll be cutting them out on the laser machine. The backing plates are 6 inches by 19 inches, and we'll be cutting them out on this 6,000 watt laser cutting machine. We drew the panels up in height cut on the machine itself, and it just takes just a few minutes to draw them up and even quicker to cut them out. These fiber laser machines are so much faster and cleaner than water jets or plasma cutters, and a whole lot less operating expenses. If you need one, give me a call. I've got access to several of them for sale. Here I've pre-fitted the stainless steel backing plates to the actuators to measure the clearance between the engine and the backing plate. We're going to have to put a piece of 1/2 inch ceramic insulation fastened to the stainless steel backing plates, and I'm going to have to move the fuel lines for the afterburner system. That's all got to change now. The hot section of this engine runs around 1,000 degrees, so we need to keep as much heat off them actuators as possible. You can see on this side there's very little clearance between there, so all that's got to move. This is the ceramic insulation that will be cut and fitted to all 4 of the backing plates. I fastened the ceramic insulation to the stainless steel backing plates with screws and aluminum tape to cover the screws just in case they vibrated loose. With the fuel lines relocated, there's plenty of clearance between the hot section of the engine and the ceramic plate now. With the relocation of the fuel lines, it's time to jump into Fusion 360 and make some support brackets to hold the lines tight. With a quick draw up of the brackets, run them through a 3D printer, and they're ready to bolt on. Fuel lines are secured. One last thing we need to do before we get into the full power testing is to anchor the joystick next to the left-hand side of the seat. I need my left hand on the joystick in a secure location with my right hand on the throttle. The dead man switch will be attached to my right wrist so I can snatch the power away from the engines in case something goes haywire. Since I've already 3D printed the housing for the joystick, it was easy to just take the upper housing and roll it upside down in Fusion 360, do a little trimming here and there, and then make a lower housing that I can slide the upper housing into. In about an hour and a half of 3D printing, the lower housing was ready. I could then slide the joystick housing inside of the lower housing that I just 3D printed, and I could use that to hold in my hand if I'm doing a remote testing, or I can slide it out, slide the wires into the other lower housing that's fastened to the trailer, nice and secure.